it. Yeah, so we've started recording. Yeah. Welcome everybody to Women in Data Science, also known as WiDS 2025. So this is WiDS Kenya, but it is part of the global WiDS team in Stanford University. These are events that are hosted like across the world to, mentor and inspire women to join the field of data science, but also to educate everybody, regardless of their gender. This here today, we are hosting one of the three workshops. Okay, we are hosting a Datathon workshop, and we will tell you more about Datathon and stuff like that. So in WIDS, we use two main events to reach to, different women who are interested in joining the field of data science. So we use the Datathon events and WIDS conference. So we usually start with WIDS Datathon because, as I've told you, it is our regional event, but it is part of the WIDS Stanford event. So usually they host Datathon challenges in partnership with various institutions or industries to have some real world problem that participants can, hone their data science skills on. So our job here today, and I've told you we will host three Datathon workshops, and the main purpose for that is to help you or to equip you with all the skills that you need to participate in that particular challenge, right? So welcome. Our theme for this year's challenge is AI for healthcare, brain health. We will dive deeper into the theme and about the problem later. So yeah, this is workshop one. Today we will have another workshop in 2 weeks' time, and then the last one will be also in 2 weeks' time, I believe, on 28th. So our goal, first of all, if you've joined us like previously, I don't know, let me see your hand if you've joined us previously, because I'm seeing. Yay, thank you. So thank you and welcome again. And please interact with others, and it's also a way of networking apart from just the Datathon stuff that we will be talking about. So I'm so glad that you could join us again, but we are more excited that new joiners are in. And to our new joiners, I just wanted to let you know that this is the fourth time we are doing this. Personally, I joined WIDS 5 years ago, and it was through, through my director here at MSR Africa. She will join us a bit. Her name is Dr. Jackie O'Neill. She'll be giving us our opening remarks. So when I joined the team here in Microsoft, Microsoft Research Africa, she motivated me to join WIDS, and ever since I've always loved being here at WIDS and interacting with so many of you, and it's been wonderful. So I've loved it, and I think it will still keep supporting WIDS here at Microsoft, and together with our partners that I'll also show you who our partners are. So our main goal with WIDS has always been to strengthen our community. We have a community. We will talk more about. You will get to learn more about our community, and our main goal has always been to inspire women to join the field of data science, to support them, because yes, you've joined. So what? At least we need to keep you engaged a bit. So within the community, we normally host WIDS data drill workshops every month for people to just come and learn more about data science and the skills around that. And yes, it's for women, and I know many in the house will be asking me, is it just about men only, women, sorry, only? So our job is also to educate everybody, regardless of their gender, in this, our region, Kenya and Africa at large. So yeah, our our this is the whole team. So I'm Microsoft, and I'm from Microsoft Research Africa, and we've supported WiDS for long. Diana, do you want to say a word like hello? Diana is also part of the team. Diana and Brian, if you want to say hello. I wonder where Brian is. But yeah, Diana.
Yeah, thank you, Millicent. Hi, everyone. Pleasure being here. And as Millicent had mentioned, I'm part of the ambassador team. Looking forward to a great event. Thanks.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much, Diana. She will be breaking down the challenge for us in a bit. She's excited about AI for healthcare. I wonder if we have ambassadors in the room. No, they're probably late. Okay, so this is the whole team. You'll meet them probably in the next um, sessions, and we couldn't do this alone without the help of these wonderful organizations, right? Microsoft has supported us for so long, and our director at Microsoft Research Africa, she's amazing. She's been doing this with us since day one, and our garage here at Microsoft, Lydia, has always been our strong support system. We have Jubilee Insurance. We will be hosting many of our WIDS data drill workshops in Jubilee. I have J-Hub, I think. Yeah. And then University of Nairobi has always hosted us so in so many occasions. Moringa School has hosted us, and we've also had a lot of support from Kenya Airways. So at this point, I'd like to invite Dr. Jackie O'Neill, who is going to give us opening remarks. So Dr. Jackie is the founding director of Microsoft Research Africa, formerly known as MARI, Microsoft Africa Research Institute. We switched to MSR Africa. She is passionate about designing tools, designing technologies which enhance rather than remove agency and create sustainable futures. She brings this passion to MSR Africa, where she is building a multidisciplinary team combining research, engineering, design to solve local problems globally. An ethnographer by trade, in her research career, so far she has focused on technologies for work with the aim of making work better, and technologies for societal impacts with the aim of supporting underreserved communities. So the inspiration for Mari came out of this desire to create technologies to enhance work and society globally. So guys, let's welcome Jackie. Thank you very much, Jackie.
Hi, thank you, Millicent. Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to welcome you to another WiDS Datathon. And first of all, let me say a big thank you to Millicent and to the wider WiDS team for bringing us all together for this event. Thank you for your work in creating a safe space in which we can empower women and educate everyone in data science and AI. And it's really inspiring and exciting, as always, to see so many of you here today and online, eager to contribute to cutting edge research and innovation. And the topic today is both timely and interesting. Advances in AI are showing immense promise in the healthcare space. For example, the use of NLP techniques for drug discovery. It's a really, really exciting area. And the advances made in cancer diagnosis and treatment because of the deep interrelationship between computer science and medicine in the biotech sector. These are really, really, really exciting spaces. And so it's great that you're going to be thinking about one of those spaces. But today's topic on brain health and ADHD actually raises important ethical questions, because it frames ADHD as a neuropsychiatric condition. And the appropriate response to a neuropsychiatric condition is to medicate and to treat that condition, which is a particularly American perspective on diseases and illnesses and conditions. And this gave me pause. When Millicent asked me if I would do the opening remarks, I was like, do I actually even want to introduce this challenge when I'm a bit concerned about it? But then I looked a bit closer. And so let me tell you the reason I asked this. There's a more appropriate way to frame ADHD as a neurodiversity. ADHD is not bad wiring that somehow needs to be fixed. It's not something wrong with somebody's brain. It's something that is part of the normal spectrum of human life. And in that normal spectrum of human life, that's what swayed me into standing here. You know, the answer, if I thought there was an ethical problem with the challenge, would not be to be here, as anyone knows me. But I am here, and the reason I'm here is because people with ADHD have been shown to have much, much better qualities of life if their ADHD is recognized when early on, especially in the school years, and they're given the necessary support and techniques and methods for navigating the neuronormative world. And especially in school, this is really important. And then ADHD is really underdiagnosed in girls. So you can imagine that probably the boys who are running around the classroom get diagnosed, they get the additional support they need, they go on to live happy and fulfilled lives in a neuronormative society, whereas the girls might not get noticed. And I've actually had several friends of mine who've been diagnosed in their 50s with ADHD. And the relief that they felt when they got that recognition for the differences in how their brains work was really, really important. So what you're doing today is actually really something that's very important. You could be supporting children and adults in getting the well-needed recognition for the conditions that they have. But why am I saying all this to you when all you want to do is hack and get on with it, okay? Well, the reason is I think this is a really useful reminder. So the whole principle behind MSR Africa is we're multidisciplinary and we work tightly together to really produce technologies that work, we hope, to improve society. And so this is a really important reminder for each one of you to think about and interrogate the work you're doing. Don't just go, oh, look, I've got some data and here's a really interesting problem and I'm going to work on it. Actually have a think about the problem you're working on and think, is this going to add to value to the world? And if the answer is yes, then go ahead. If the answer is no, maybe have a little think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And so with that, I want to each of you to engage fully, to ask bold questions, to push the boundaries of what's possible with AI in healthcare. And together we're shaping the future of AI in Africa. And it's so exciting to do this. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your innovative solutions. And I wish you all the best in your Datathon journey. Thank you.
Oh, we didn't do it nicely. Let's start again. We truly, truly appreciate you, Jackie. First of all, your presence here means the whole world to us, and the insightful, opening remarks. We are super, super grateful. Guys, we now know why we are here, and we are yet to know more from our keynote speaker, Lydia. Jackie, thank you very much. And thank you again one more time, guys, for Jackie. Awesome. So the way in which the session is structured is like from the opening remarks, we'll move to the keynote, and then we will announce the challenge, this year's challenge. We will onboard you to the Kaggle platform. I'm sure many of us might not be familiar with Kaggle. We will do that for you. And then we will have a networking session, and then we will form teams that we will use to do the Kaggle challenge. So without talking too much, I'd like to welcome Lydia. Lydia is our Microsoft Garage lead here at East Africa. She is seasoned program management professional with over 7 years experience in the tech community space in Africa. She's very passionate about providing and establishing platforms and programs that connect tech enthusiasts to learn, share, and engage with each other to foster innovation. So her passion for technology and aspiration to make a positive impact in the technology industry drives her community building outlook and keeps her on toes every day, is a learning and making progress. So she's developer relations and developer outreach as the bridge that connects. Okay, so sorry. So she sees developer relations and developer outreach as the bridge that connects brilliant developers across the globe in the opportunity that they seek to impact positive change in the world. Guys, let's welcome Lydia. Uh, has been our strong support system for so long. She leads amazing work here in Microsoft. I'm not going to talk more about it, but we usually have global hackathons. And, as our Microsoft Garage lead, she's the one who leads that whole program. And because we are also going to take part in a Datathon challenge, it was awesome to pick Lydia to, kick us off and tell us more about how we can get ready for this challenge. So one more time for Lydia, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Millicent. Hi, everyone. Yeah, so happy to see all of you here. Welcome to Microsoft. I see some of you, it's not your first time, but if it's your first time, I hope you'll get a chance to visit the Microsoft Garage, which is the program that I lead. And today I want to share with you how Microsoft has become very successful in innovation. We hack every day. I know you are going to be doing a hackathon, and I just want to share the best practices that have enabled the Microsoft Garage to host the largest private hackathon in the world for the last, since 2014. That is 11 years. Wow, that's a long time. So we have learned a lot in the journey, and today I'll just be sharing with you what we have done, and I hope you'll get some tips that will help you as you start your Datathon challenge. Now, the Garage is a program that promotes a culture of innovation here at Microsoft. We believe that innovation is for everyone, so we have a program that works for everybody. We believe that anyone in Microsoft can have a great idea, so I'll just be demonstrating what we do to ensure that people are bold enough to bring their ideas forward, and we support them to take those ideas to the next level. We have 3 guiding principles, and I want you to take these principles wherever you go. The first one, we believe that good ideas can come from, I didn't hear from the back, they can come from anywhere or anyone. Here we don't look down upon anybody. I want to share with you something. We had our global hackathon last year in September. Can you imagine? The team that won the People's Choice Award was a team that was formed by our receptionists. They came up with a brilliant idea, created an awesome project that everyone loved, and it won the People's Choice Award. So when it comes to innovation, when you're divided into teams, don't look down upon anyone. We have all been in teams where people have PhDs. It's okay. I know we have PhD holders here, but I'm just saying people feel I'm more educated, or I work in this big company and you feel I'm just a student. What do I have to say? So one thing I can say is please be bold to share your ideas. Encourage everyone in the team to share their idea. Take whatever idea they share. Don't just brush it off without testing it, because good idea can come from anywhere. The other one, diverse teams create better outcomes. Diversity. We used to run a hackathon for students called Game of Learners. And initially we thought it's just for students who are doing computer-related courses. But to our amazement, we even had lawyers who had some of the best ideas. It's a hackathon. You are looking for a tech solution. A student who is studying law joins, learns, and builds a great solution. So when you're creating teams, I hope you will look at diversity. People who are different from you. Everyone comes from a different background. They'll give you an idea that is very different from what you are used to. So the more diverse the team, the better the outcome. The third one is my favorite. Failure is essential to learning. When it comes to innovation, you should never fear failing. When you fear failing, it means you come up with an idea, you start criticizing and thinking, will this really work? I don't think I should do it. Do it and fail. So that when you fail, you learn how to do it better. When you come to the garage and any employee wants to create something, we encourage them and tell them, we expect you to fail. If you don't fail, we'll be surprised. When you fail, it shows that you're trying something new, right? Because when you do something you're used to every day, are you bound to fail? No, but when you're doing something new, you will fail. And that is how you learn. So embrace failure. Even as you start this challenge, if you fail as a team, it's okay. Don't look down upon anyone. Don't start saying, oh, now look at this one. I don't know how to let them in. You can do it from your phone. Okay, awesome. Let's continue. So embrace failure for you to be successful. What is the worst that will happen, by the way? Huh? That is the question I always ask myself. If I'm fearing there's something, I'm not sure if I should do it, I just ask myself, what's the worst that will happen? You know, I'm not a doctor in an operating table that someone, if I make there are some instances where you cannot fail. But surely in what we do in our day-to-day, you should embrace failure. All right. We champion Microsoft culture, and I just want to brush through this. You can take a photo if you like, to know what the culture of this company is. And whatever you're building, make sure it has all these aspects. Number one, have a growth mindset. As we said, failure is essential to learning. Embrace experimentation, make mistakes, learn from them. Be customer obsessed. Look at who are you making the solution for. So don't look at this makes sense for me because I'm building it. No, the customer is the end goal. So be customer obsessed. Diverse and inclusion, we have already talked about that. Make sure your team is as diverse as possible. If your team is not diverse, ask for opinions of people outside your team who belong in different fields. We work as one. Yes, here in Microsoft, we work as one. Millicent is in MSR. There's the garage, we have the sales department, we have so many departments, but we always work as one. In your context, make sure that your goal is one. And of course, you'll be making a difference. You're already making a difference, the fact that you're here. And in Microsoft, we believe in making a difference and making the world a better place for all of us. Now, I wanted to show you a 3-minute clip. I don't know if we shared audio. Yes, technology. Anyway, failure is essential to learning, right? So if they don't hear audio, it's fine. We will learn how to, to project better. So there's a video of our global hackathon last year that I've been talking about. And let's see if it's going to, okay. Can you hear us? People on the call, can you hear?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay. That's new. Okay, let me just, yeah, it's just starting. I didn't know that. Thank you. Okay, let's play this. Are you pumped? That's the spirit of hackathon, yeah? You have to fun, it's engaging. I'm sure you guys are going to have a fun time. Now, I just wanted to go through very quickly competencies of hacking culture. culture that I hope that you will all embrace. If you are not doing this already, of course, ask for ideas. Once you're in a team, make it a very cohesive and conducive environment for people to share their ideas and for creative thinking. Building teams, I'm sure that is something that you're doing here. And then set up some time that you will focus on hacking. Hacking is where now you've come up with an idea and you're trying to see how will this work. Then sharing is where you get a place and time to share the projects and the outcomes. And I believe that is the platform that Millicent will be onboarding you. And then have mechanisms to advance the idea. And the reason I said all year long is that sometimes innovators come up with something and they cling on to it. Don't fall in love with your idea, by the way. Please, don't love it too much that you don't want to change it. When you love it too much, you not accept any feedback from anyone. Someone would be saying, but how? And no. You're not understanding. I get that every day. Please go on, come up with ideas, but don't fall in love with the process of iterating. Because remember, you are customer obsessed. This idea is not for you, it's for your target audience. And then this is where I said about diversity. We believe hackathon is for everybody. Whether you are a software engineer, a designer in HR, sales, marketing, if you are an intern, in this case, regardless of where your background, I believe you come from different backgrounds, don't feel less because you are not in data science or I don't know what you're doing, but hackathon is for everyone. If you can think, you can hack, right? Because all we need is creative thinking. And we are all creative human beings. So we believe here, even in Microsoft, that hackathon is for every employee. And we have different benefits that come out of this. For the company, of course, there's empowerment. You feel I've come up with an idea, it's being taken up. You feel that pride, right? For projects, you apply tech and now you're applying AI in very interesting ways. Actually, we are in the best era, I would say. The era of AI where we don't even know what tomorrow we'll have a different tool that no one knows about. Maybe we don't even know the ones that are already there. So it's a very interesting time to see what AI tool can I use here. Then for teams, there's engagement, collaboration, getting broader perspectives. And for the company now, maybe in this case, I would say for WiDS, there'll be positive energy, there'll be business value, of course, for the ecosystem. And we all get to come together and change the world. I just love the story. Wangari Maathai used to talk about the story of the hummingbird. How many know that story? You do. Okay, a few people know the story. They said the forest was burning and the hummingbird would go and fetch water with the beak and try to pour it on the big forest. And someone would say, I'm just a little hummingbird in this big world. But imagine if there are 1,000 hummingbirds, what will happen? If there are 1,000,000 of them, they can even put out the fire. So wherever you have an opportunity to make the world a better place. And I know that is what you'll be doing. Now, this is our garage growth framework. There are different frameworks, but this is what we believe in, and this is what we practice at Microsoft. Any innovation process starts with a passionate idea. You're passionate about something. Then you go through the process of ideation, where you create a concept that you're willing to try. The idea is the big one. Then ideation helps you come up with that one concept that you're willing to try. Hacking will now be the process of creating a proof. The concept you've created, now prove that it can work. And I believe that is what you'll be doing in the Datathon. After that, you go to validation. Validation is where now you get feedback from other people. You can create a questionnaire, different ways of validation. Then after that, you take the idea in front of a sponsor. I don't know, at the end of the datathon, what happens? Is there a judging? Okay. Yeah. 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 Oh, awesome. Okay. I'm glad to hear. Okay. I am glad to hear. But I'm sure you'll be ideating, hacking, and validating, at least in this datathon. That is perfect. Now, we have started using AI in every process, and I will end my presentation by demonstrating how you can use AI in ideation, in hacking, in validation, and even in pitching your idea. Let me see. Who has ever gone to ChatGPT or whatever, Copilot, to come up with an idea? I thought everyone's handled. And I'm not asking about, give me a recipe, I don't know, edit this email. An idea that does not exist. We do that at the garage through this process called AI-powered innovation. And what we do, we leverage the power of prompting. We believe there's a way you can prompt and AI will give you relevant ideas that will suit your need. So we go through the whole framework using prompts, using Copilot. And I just want to demonstrate how this works. When it comes to prompting, I like showing this slide because most of us prompt like we are searching on Google or any other, whatever you use to search on the internet. And we say things like, I'm going to Cape Town. Recommend an itinerary for someone visiting Cape Town. You will get a recommendation, but you will see the difference between a simple prompt and a high quality prompt. So a high quality prompt should have those 5 aspects. A persona. Before you start asking ChatGPT all these questions, give it a persona. Tell it its job or its role. You're the best data scientist in the world. If you're hacking on, Jackie mentioned ADHD, you're the best psychiatrist in the world, or something. Give it a persona. Objective is what we are good at, right? We all give the objective. Tell the persona what to do. Give me something, whatever you're asking for. Who will it be for? Who is the audience? The audience will be, you have to outline your audience. What are the output parameters? Most of us just get a paragraph, right? Do you know you can get a table, a chart, code? There's a lot you can get. An image. What are the output parameters that you want for whatever you're asking for? And what is the context? What are some of the points that should be covered? Sometimes we say we are not getting high quality feedback from AI because we are not giving it the right context. So I'm going to show you something I tried. You just go and you can try this on your own time. Recommend an itinerary for a fabulous weekend for a couple in Paris. You can try that with ChatGPT or whatever you use, and you will see, you will get a response to be very generic. And how about you turn this into a high quality prompt? How does it look like? Number 1, persona. Act as if you're the best local tour guide for Paris. You've given the tool its role. Objective. Design for me. The objective is what we saw before, right? Actually, how many people, even me, I used to do this, who prompts like this? We all prompt like that, yeah? Yeah, I think we all prompt like that. So now this is how you'll be prompting, especially now that you need to use AI in your datathon. Design, give it the role. The third thing was what? The audience. We are a couple in our 50s, and then giving all that information. We are looking to experience the hidden gems and all that. Output, summarize the output in a what? in a table. It would be easier for you to digest output in a table than a whole paragraph. Then context. We are avid walkers, would love recommendation for walks and hike in Paris. So maybe before it was just recommending hotels and restaurants, but now you've given it some context. So let's see a demonstration of, so in this case, I used Bing Copilot. So let's see the response. I did a screen, it's a video. Okay. As you can see, the output, walk along the scenic river and explore all that. Then visit this morning, afternoon, evening, and nighttime. And then it gives you all those other places for hiking and walking, for authentic breakfast, you get all that. Wow, isn't that amazing? Yes. So now when you're prompting, make sure you put the right prompt. We all understand the giga profile, the what is it called? The garbage in, garbage out, right? Garbage in, garbage out works in AI as well. If you're putting one sentence as your prompt, you'll also get one sentence or just very generic response. But if you use the good prompting, you'll get high quality. So I always say I was not alone. I was with my assistant. My assistant is called Chatty. Chatty is a short form for Chat GPT. Because because everything I'm putting together nowadays, I don't do it alone. So I don't take credit alone. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Lydia, you have always motivated us, like, and every time you bring in new things, and you always leave us like, oh my gosh, where are we starting from? Guys, let's appreciate Lydia one more time. Huh? I am a fan of like simple prompts. I've taken like a picture of how to do a better prompt. And yeah, you see how Lydia has ended her presentation. Like I didn't do this alone because it is obvious. Even when you are going to code, if you are a beginner, definitely you're going to use an AI tool. It's always good to do credits. Okay. Lydia, thank you very much. Please, before you leave this room, okay, this year we are very, very serious. Guys, if you're not if you're not a member of our community, make sure that by the time this workshop ends, you become a member because we are going to organize a hackathon. Leave alone the datathon with WiDS Worldwide. We are going to organize WiDS team, our team. We have like different organizations that we partner with to host WiDS various events. So we will come to Lydia and we will organize for a session. It will be like, I don't know, 1 or 2 days rigorous hackathon, and yeah, it's going to be something like what you saw, the global hackathon that we usually do here in Microsoft. So that's just a little bit about the things that we'll be doing, but look forward for that. Thank you very much, Lydia. Thank you for motivating us, and thank you for all the learnings. I mean, it's amazing, and we truly appreciate all the insights that you normally give us. You are amazing. Thank you very much. One more time for Lydia, guys. Right. Okay. So at this point, I think we will move to our next session. I'm going to invite Brian, maybe as I am switching between slides, uh, Brian and And Samuel, you are part of the team. Please just stand and wave so that we can know who to go for in case we need to join the community and stuff like that. Guys, the team. So Brian, I think you want to come and you want to come and talk about our previous successes and failures as well, because failure is part of it. Lydia just said. Thank you, Lydia. One more time. Okay. One more, please, for Brian.
Hello, team. So my name is Brian Aholi, as you've heard. So I work at Diamond Trust Bank. I look after the data science team. It's a pleasure to see all of you here. This is a big motivation to us, to the work we do, and we really do appreciate. We look forward to more collaboration with you guys and grow the community together to even greater heights. Yeah, so as Millicent just mentioned, the Datathon didn't start this year. We had previous Datathons, but then in 2022, that's the first Datathon we had as WiDS Kenya. And since then, we've seen growth in a couple of aspects. To start with, so far, we have managed to successfully undertake 3 Datathons. That's from 2022. So this will be the 4th one. And in terms of the numbers, we've seen the numbers grow. In 2022, we registered participants, about 30 participants in the Datathon. But then progressively, we've seen more interest through creation of awareness and also the data science field and AI getting prominence in Africa and locally here in Kenya. We've seen the numbers grow. Last year, we had about 300 plus participants taking part in our Datathon, majority of whom were people who identify as women. We also had a lot of beginners in the field, which was, I can see the feel in the room. Yeah, that's so encouraging because now data science is part of the STEM field, which traditionally has not really attracted more representation from that gender, owing to other obstacles. And that's the essence of why even WiDS exists, to support, to encourage, embrace, and hold, and tell the girl child, yes, we can do it. Yeah. So we've seen the numbers grow. We've improved even the way we do our programs. In 2023, we didn't just stop at the Datathon level. So initially, after the Datathon, we would wait until the next Datathon, come back together, and then start to do workshops and stuff like those. But then we thought, how do we keep the community together with or without the Datathon and continue to grow from where we left when we cleared the Datathon? So we came up with a program called the WiDS Data Drills. And this has seen a lot of significant improvement in the manner with which we do our Datathons, and then also improving skills of the participants we've been with along the way. We've seen people grow through mentorships, through different aspects, both within the community and outside the community. People have gotten exposed to opportunities. Yeah, so we've seen improvement in terms of our programs. Mentorships have come in that have been tailored to encourage people and equip them with the necessary skills to provide solutions that are impactful to transform the world. Yeah, so broader impact as well. So along the way and how the datathons have been structured, they have been well thought out in the sense that we are addressing a specific problem in thematic areas. So we've had the datathons looking at themes like climate change, whereby the task at hand was geared more towards providing a solution to a climate-related problem. health equity. So last year, the Datathon that we tackled was geared towards health care. And this year we are seeing still in healthcare, but then a bit narrower to women's brain health. And we continue to address real world challenges as we continue to put our skills into good use and grow. The other thing that is commendable is that we've been able to create valuable partnerships. We being here at Microsoft didn't just start. It's a partnership that makes this all possible. So Microsoft is one of our partners. We have the University of Nairobi. They've also hosted events for us previously, and we look forward to having events hosted at the University of Nairobi as well. Moringa School has also been a big partner, and Kenya Airways, just to mention. From this, we've also experienced firsthand feedback from participants on how this has transformed them in one way or the other. And just to quote two feedback from our participants. So one of the participants some time back mentioned that it has been a great experience, especially peer learning and inclusion to beginners. Lydia just mentioned here an element of diversity. So this entire exercise is a collaborative effort. And when we bring in diversity, we achieve greater results, regardless of your background in terms of tech field, your skill level, it doesn't matter. We all come together, put our brains together, and come up with something that is impactful. Another participant mentioned that it has challenged me to learn. The environment within which we operate advances day in, day out. And for us to continue being relevant in the industry and also coming up with solutions that will stand the test of time, we need to embrace a culture of lifelong learning. So yeah, those were just some of the sentiments from the participants we've had before. Yeah. So as part of the progress we've made and the mention about the data drills, so in the past 2 or so years, we've had the data drills, and these were curated sort of like workshops, hands-on exercises that we've had before to not only equip our participants with the necessary skill set they would need, both on the front of the tech, that is the hard skill and the soft skill, but also to just bring in that element of collaboration, networking, and handle real world problems. So we've so far had 60 plus participants attend our data drills. It's an ongoing program we haven't completed. Yeah, so feel free to join us for that as well. We've fostered collaboration, mentorships, and professional growth, as I had mentioned. So we've seen, even in the team that are behind this here in Kenya, we've seen campus students grow. One of our key stakeholder in the back end, we've seen her grow from first year. Right now she's in fourth year, and we are doing an amazing job with her. She's also doing amazing work out there. Yeah, so when we see such outcomes, it really motivates us, and that's the whole objective of us doing this. So we've also strengthened and grew the community. As I mentioned, we started with a smaller number, but now over time, we've grown to 350 plus members. We now have a very vibrant LinkedIn community. We have a very vibrant WhatsApp community, and we look forward to even growing these numbers and creating impact, most especially for local problems. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. And like I said, make sure you join the community at the end of the workshop. No, you can join today, you can join the next time when you come, or in the future. But make sure you join, because we have a lot more in line for you this year. Thank you very much, Brian. I'll pass the mic to Diana to, announce this year's challenge. Diana, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Millicent. Thank you, Brian, for the summary and short recap of where we have been, the growth journey up to this point. So, just as Jackie has mentioned, Lydia has mentioned, Millicent, and now even Brian has mentioned. So, this year's challenge will be looking at the brain health. So, specifically, looking at how the unveiling the mysteries of the female brain in terms of ADHD patterns, specific for females, female gender, for the female gender. So we sit down and think about the percentage that we have in terms of those people who are diagnosed with ADHD. So most of them are actually males. So there's this theory or possibility or research, just as Jackie mentioned initially, the fact that ADHD might actually be missed in women because there are some aspects that might seem normal in a woman, yet kind of the symptoms might be a bit suppressed because the way we interact or the way we behave is not the same way males behave. So it's kind of, and some of those aspects in women kind of are symptoms of ADHD. So it's, you might miss it because it's kind of the norm for us. So what exactly is ADHD? Just to give a short explanation of what I know. I'm not an expert in terms of healthcare, but I do work in the healthcare industry with a biotech pharmaceutical company. So this is essentially attention deficit hyperactive disorder. So this gives you very short or very, the biggest characteristics is very short concentration time span, being very restless, and sometimes even being a bit disorganized. So you kind of get to see it might be very difficult to spot it if it is not actually properly diagnosed. So on this year's challenge, our data would basically include image data on your brain, on the brain, on how the brain looks or how the brain functions, brain imaging data of children and adolescents, and their social demographic, emotions, and parenting information. So these are basically the details that we'll have for the data set for this year, which we'll find on Kaggle. In the next session, Brian will be taking you through how to navigate through Kaggle and how to look at that on the Kaggle aspect, just so that you can get to see how the data set looks like, how this brain imaging data looks like, how the social demographic data looks like, is someone female or not. For example, is how the emotions, because emotions, again, we see they get impacted very fast. When you have ADHD, you tend to be quite impulsive, right? So I'd also like to advise you to sit down first before you even jump into the data, have that domain understanding of what ADHD is, what are the symptoms, how does someone behave, what different brain imaging data before hopping on to do the actual challenge. And then this year we'll be using the WIDS global team will be using the F1 score to kind of rate your performance against every person who will be participating or who has registered. Again, Brian will be taking you through how to register and how to look into that on the global Kaggle WIDS site. So F1 is basically the harmonic mean of precision and recall. This is what will be used to look into that. So I think those are the major things that we can look at today in terms of what the challenge would be. And then the prediction that we'll be looking at for this year is essentially looking at both the individual's gender and their ADHD diagnosis, right? As we have mentioned. So predicting both the individual's gender and diagnosis based off the patterns and symptoms, so that we can be able to differentiate between males and females, so that we are able to pick out those patterns that are in females but are not in males, so that we stop missing them. We have completely different patterns when it comes to ADHD diagnosis. So yeah, basically that's it in terms of the introduction to the challenge. I think Kaggle or navigating through Kaggle will be able to tell us a bit more. Back to you, Millicent.
Thank you. Thanks, Diana. Thank you for, announcing the challenge and what we will be doing. Sorry, I didn't move my slides. So maybe I can just, do you want to talk about this slide?
Oh yeah, yes, that's fine. Yeah, so just to elaborate a bit more, registration is what Brian will be taking you through, as I mentioned, and then we'll have 3 workshops. So this is the first workshop. The next one will be during Valentine's. Please come study. You'll meet your Valentine in the night sessions or at night. Please come back to the Datathon to the 14th of February. And then the final one will be on the 28th of February, if I'm not wrong. Millicent will correct me on the dates. All this will be prepping you up to the final, or for you and your team to do your final submissions in terms of your final results, and how to actually do the submission. So we'll go through examples of how to solve the problem and so on. And then there's also the aspect of joining the Global Datathon Hub resource. For those who had registered a few weeks ago, I have sent out the link. You saw a link to join a certain platform. Maybe while you're still there, we will maybe look at it next time, where we will get to kind of communicate and interact. And then those who don't have a Kaggle account, Brian will walk you through how to create this account, and then we'll close off by forming a team, which you guys will now get to work together using the basics of team creation and collaboration that Lydia has talked about. Create your team, and then you can begin the hacking period, which is up to April 30th. Thank you. Back to you, Millicent.
Amazing. And thank you very, 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 very much, Dee. You have to come back, Brian. And I have the challenge open. If you want me to share the link, the Kaggle. I wonder why my theme is dark though. How can we just change it like real quick? Setting. Oh, do you want me to share this? Oh, you have like 5 minutes.
Yeah, thanks, Millicent, and thanks, Diana, for that. So I'm gonna be taking us through the onboarding on Kaggle. So just a brief overview of what Kaggle is, and for the experienced tech guys, bear with me. The assumption is that both of us are beginners for today. Yeah. So Kaggle is a platform that is used to host hackathons, trainings. It's also a platform that you can sign up onto a course and then learn. It's also a learning platform. It is a hosting site that guys can collaborate, form teams, work on competition. So besides the WiDS Datathon, there are also other competitions that are hosted on Kaggle, be it Google, be it Facebook, and so on and so forth, and other competitions as well. So it has got a lot of capabilities. It's a useful resource for tech guys. It's one of the elements you need to have in your toolbox to start with. Yeah, so that's just an overview of Kaggle. And for the Datathon, this is hosted on Kaggle. We'll quickly just run through the different tabs and what to expect when we now hit the road. Yeah. No, I just want to give an overview of that still, the process. No worries. Back to the slide. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So the first step is to create a Kaggle account. So you realize if you are not on Kaggle, you will need to register for an account or sign up.
If you do kaggle.com, then you will see, I mean, and create account.
Yeah, thanks, Millicent. Yeah, so if you already have an account, that means you will need to sign in using your credentials, the email you used for the account, and then the respective password. And then the reason as to why this comes before even the registration is because you will need your Kaggle username in the registration form. So while you register for the Datathon, that's a requirement. While you register for the Datathon, there's a mandatory field you'll need to input your Kaggle username. And why is this important? So this being a competition, there will be awards at the end of it all. So they will need to verify the account you're using to really be sure that this is you, Brian, and this is who you claim to be on Kaggle. So that will be a very important aspect. So I've put the link for the registration of the Datathon in the slides, but as Diana mentioned, this was shared via mail. But in the event that any of us will not have this, we will help you get the link. So after registration on the Kaggle platform, you will now register for the Datathon. This is also a requirement. You will need to register for the Datathon for you to participate. After that, you will receive an email via the mail box you used to register for the Datathon. That's on the airtable.com. After that, you will be invited to the Datathon Global Hub. And this is a hub that has resources and a lot of useful stuff to just help us in this entire process and even beyond the Datathon. So that's not just limited to the Datathon. It is a useful platform for us to engage even with our peers globally. And you are free to join and also explore resources and workshops that other teams across the world are doing, so that you get to benefit from both locally and even from the teams outside our geographic location. So once you do that, then you will via the link shared to Kaggle, you will join the competition. After joining the competition, you will need to accept the Datathon terms and conditions. After that, you need now to join a team. So how this happens is that now on Kaggle, there will be a team lead. So once we form teams here, amongst yourselves, you will nominate a team lead. So the team lead will create a team on Kaggle as well with a name you wish to identify the team with, and then the team lead will add the respective members to that team on Kaggle. So you'll request to join your respective team, and then your team lead will admit you. Yeah. After that, then we now get our hands dirty and create whatever impactful solutions we want to create and stuff like this. So Millicent, we can cross over to the platform. Yeah, so as Millicent had mentioned, for us here attending physically, you can just type on your browser of preference, kaggle.com. Once you get onto the landing page, you will see a tab for sign in, sign up, but we're going to demonstrate this. You've logged in, right? Okay. You have a question? To project this. Hello, for the guys who are online, are you able to see the presentation on the Cargo platform?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just give us a minute. We need to set up our physical audience as well. Okay. Diana says noted. To see. Okay. So Diana, do you still see what we are projecting, the Kaggle platform?
Yeah, we still see it.
Okay. Okay, so guys, kindly bear with us. We will need to change gears a bit, so we are flexing the program. So we'll move to the team formation. So we shall revisit the platform. But maybe just to finalize, if you can just get back to the slides, and then we move to the next. Yeah. So just to finalize, as I had earlier mentioned, can I do pointer? Yeah, as I had earlier mentioned, so when you get to Kaggle, yeah, we can use this. When you get to Kaggle, you will first see an option at the very top on the right. You see an option to either sign up or sign in. So if you do not have an account, you will click on sign up. So what happens from that is you will now need to fill all those fields. So there's an option to sign up by an email. So you'll provide your details and input your preferred email for Cargo, the email you'd love to use for Cargo. And it should be an email that you have access to, because there will be a link sent to that email for verification purposes and activation of the Kaggle account. You will need also to create your preferred username. That would be the identifier you'll use on Kaggle to identify your account. Yeah. And of course, you will need to create a password, a strong password that someone cannot easily hack. Yeah, to just secure your account. And then after that, you should be good to go. So you will, from the email that you will receive after registration for the Datathon, you will also receive a link that will take you straight to the WiDS Datathon 2025 on Kaggle. So once you click on the link, you should and sign into your account, you should land onto a page that looks like whatever we are currently projecting. So, and you'll see whatever kind of tabs we have. So currently the highlighted tab is on overview. So we have overview, data, code, models, discussion, leaderboard, and the rules. So the overview, as the name goes by, it just gives a high level description of what the Datathon is about. It will describe the background and context. There will be aspects of registration. There will be rules, team formation, and all those, like just laying the background, the groundwork on whatever to expect, how to navigate, how the entire Datathon process looks like, awards, acceptance of rules, and so on and so forth. So from the first tab, immediate to the right of overview, we have data. So this is a tab that describes the data set we are using, and you will be able now to download that data set. There will be 3 data sets, if I'm not wrong. So there will be a training data set, there will be a test data set, and there will be a solution submission data sets. That's just to give you a feel of what output you get from your model, how the output from your model should be structured before now you can push that to Kaggle, and now you start getting your leaderboard ratings. So after the data tab, we have the code. So code here, this is another useful place that I would encourage us to visit and see what other people are doing. So here you'll find several notebooks on what people have done specific to this exercise. There'll be codes with people trying different approaches, and perhaps say someone might just put a code on data cleaning or feature engineering or an end-to-end process of what they've done till the submission. So it will be a helpful tab for us regarding this exercise. And something that I would encourage all of us to do is acknowledge what other people have done as well. If you get to this tab and borrow some insights or pick someone else's brain, please give credit to them as well. You can cite them in your notebook to just appreciate the kind of work they've done. And the essence of this is to build and improve onto what other people have done. It's not just a copy and paste. Don't just pick someone else's code and copy paste, work with it. Make it better than you found it. And that is how we learn, you know. From the code tab, we have models. I think that's straightforward. Then the discussion, this is like the discussion forum whereby, say you don't have a team, or you don't have team members, you're looking for team members. You can post on this discussion forum that you're looking for teammates, and there'll be some guys also looking for teammates. If someone is interested in working with you, they will respond. Yeah. And for this specific aspect, okay, Brian, we can't see you. Huh? Yeah, but I can try. Yeah. So what I'm referring to is this bit here, discussion. It's a bit tricky to navigate using this, but we'll try to do our best. Yeah. So in discussion, besides just mentioning to folks that you are looking to join a team or are looking for team members, give some bit of background. Perhaps you can introduce yourself and mention a little bit of what you are doing and stuff like those. You are, say, your skill level and what kind of collaboration you would like, so that it gives someone a rough idea of what competencies they are also bringing on board. Because we talked of diversity, you can mention, I am a beginner, I am looking for guys to collaborate with in this and this strength, something of the sort. Yeah, and then After this tab, we have the leaderboard. Here is the leaderboard tab. So this is where now the ratings of whatever submissions you make are posted. And on the leaderboard, the data set that is used to rate us on the public leaderboard is composed of 51% of the entire data. So for public ratings, 51% of the data is used to validate whatever you submit and then rate you against whatever submissions other members have done. Once the datathon is over, our submissions will be now validated against the private data set, which consists of 49% of the observations. Next to the leaderboard on the far right, the last tab is of rules. These are just the guidelines on how to conduct ourselves during this entire process, the do's and the don'ts. Pay much attention to those rules as well, because it could work to our advantage or our disadvantage if we are to win an award. So if you emerge to be among the best and you qualify for an award, they will subject your notebooks and whatever outputs you submit to these rules. So there are aspects of this notebook should not have been shared publicly and stuff like those. So onto the far right, on top, we have the join competition tab. So that is where you will click to accept the rules and now join the competition officially. As I'd mentioned, your participation to this Datathon is subject to you joining the competition. And we have other tabs down there: competition host, that's the WiDS Datathon, prizes and awards, participation. So far, we have 1,600 and, sorry, by the time I created this, we had 1,626 entries. Those are submissions done by the people who already have started doing the Datathon. By that time, we had 116 participants, we had 90 teams, and we had 978 submissions. So this now are submissions from those 90 teams. You want to add something? Yeah.
The models is self-explanatory.
Mhm.
I don't know, for me at least.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come to that. Any other question? Yeah, we'll go through that, I think, of this. And for the people online, I think I'll just. No, it consists the team formation bit, so it would be nice just to do a demo of that as well. Yeah. Any other question? Yes. Yeah, we are able to see that. 2024.
Would you need the previous ones? Just curious. You mentioned them, so I just wanted to. The ones that will be, I think, are these ones, the submissions here, and when you look at code, you see I'm actually there. Yeah, you'll be able to see so many scripts that Brian said you can pick and in. But later them challenges are also but yes. I think this is.
Yeah, thanks, Millicent. So yeah, it's possible to access the previous Datathons, but as Millicent mentioned, our focus currently is on this, but for curiosity, I think we can touch base after this and I can show you how to navigate to that. Yeah. Do we have any other questions? Guys online? Okay. Yeah, so we've come to the team formation a bit, and I think I would invite Samuel Kigo to come and greet us and lead us through this session.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So thank you, one. Appreciate Brian. Thank you very, very much, Brian. Okay. Uh, have we formed like any teams, or how many of us, have teams? We all don't have teams, right? Okay. We will do that. Kigo, do you want to go for it? Shit, Kigo, asleep.
Yeah, hi everyone. Yes, I'm Samuel Kigo, part of the team. So, team formation is an interactive session. So I don't know if we want to go about it while sitting where we are, or we need to interact and form a team. Which one would you prefer? Yeah, so I would pick from where Lydia left us about team formation. We are not forming teams necessarily because we know each other, but we have a common interest to hack this thing. So it's about getting the person who is closer to you. May not be physical. You can have an arrangement which is virtual, and then form your teams. The best thing is to put your first foot forward and go for it. Be the winner of this thing. We are hoping that this time it will be Kenya that will take it. Yeah, in a brief, that is it.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so let me just add to Kiga's points on the way we've been doing this. So after this team formation, tips and tricks session, let's just stretch as we form teams, right? So let's stretch a bit for like 5 minutes, then we come back with those teams. So so like Brian mentioned, you can only be right, four of you in one team, and then I think at least half two must be women in that team. At least when that team wins, then this rule is very important for the global WID. So you want to have two women in that particular team. Yeah, and I think everything is all set. So let's do team formation first. So to your question about adding members, have you joined the Kaggle platform first of all, right? You can see everything. So if you are a leader, you will see that you can be able to add other people. Brian, you didn't address that question, and I'm wondering if I'm addressing it the right way.
Let me join this. I hope I'll be able to present.
Yeah, but the people here we will need a projector. I'm working on it. Yeah. All right. So guys, let's form teams. It's now time for, oh my gosh, can it project? Okay, it's still not projecting. So let us talk to each other. Let us be friends. Let's love one another. Let's have some water, and let's be friends and make teams. And I mean, just take note of who you are within the same team, and yeah, who you will be working with. Please, thank you. The people online, and we are doing this for like only 5 minutes, then we'll be back with questions. And as we are doing that, let me bring to your attention, one of us just joined us, one of the team members, Stephanie. Please, Stephanie, say hi to us. Please stand. Oh, thank you, Stephanie, for joining us. Yeah. So if you have questions, we are four of us now. We have Samuel Kigo, and we have Steph, and we have Brian and myself. Say hi. And you didn't sleep the networking session.
Hi everyone. How are you feeling? Good, good. Have you found anyone to join your team yet? No? Not yet. Okay. So I think now for the 5 minutes, we can start forming the teams. We have Samuel to assist, as well as Millicent and Kigo. So we can begin, right? We can start maybe some networking. I don't know where we will start. We can start from here. Do you have a team? No? Do you know anyone? No? No? So I will insist. If you can just stand, walk to the next line opposite you, say hi to someone, get to know what they do, get to know their name, where do they work, what do they do at their workplace, and then with that you'll be able to form a team. Right? So let's do it. Let's do it.
For those of us who are online, I would like to just take this chance to recap what we've done. So I'll be doing a demo. So I already have logged onto my Kaggle account. Diana, you can let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I am clicking on the join. So this is what I was mentioning. You will, when you click on the join tab, you will have to review the competition terms and conditions, and then you will accept. You'll accept the rules, share email address with host. Then you say understand and accept. So once you accept the rules, this black tab here will change to submit prediction. And now you'll be able to see other aspects, files, the type, the license, all this. So I mentioned that the data sets we have are 3. So we have the test, we have the train, and the sample submission. This year also we have another useful element, which is the data dictionary. So this is composed of descriptions of the data, the attributes, and any other metadata we might be having. So it will give a detailed description of what each and every variable stands for. If it is a derived variable, how that variable has been derived. So I want to show us how to create a team. So when you click on your profile, you should see a couple of stuff, your work profile, your groups, so on and so forth. So when you go to just a moment, just give me a moment. Yeah, so there's this Teams tab. Sorry, sorry. Let me pull up my presentation. Yeah, so there's this tab here for team. So currently, the team name picks my username. The team name picks my username, but then you can give it a name that is descriptive of your team to your liking. So after forming the teams, the members within the team will agree on what name to give their team. It should be a unique one so that there will be no possibilities of encountering a name that has already been used by other teams. But I guess if that happens, you will be notified that that name is taken. So you will have to input here the name of your team. So say team 254, for instance. And this is the name that will appear on the leaderboard. And then you can now send invitations to your respective team members by inputting their usernames here. So for instance, say, since I'm the team lead of this and I've created the team, say I have a team member whose username is, say, J Mary 254. You will type in the username of your team member, and currently you are seeing no results matching because I've just typed in a random name that might not exist. When you type in a username of your member who has registered, you should see it down here, and then you just click on it and type the other person's username as well. So you'll type in a maximum of 3 usernames, and then you'll save the changes. On the other end, now your team members should receive an email notification that they've been requested to join the team. When they click on that link, they will automatically now join the team and they will associate themselves with this team. Remember to save the changes down here once you're done. So any submissions you do will be reflected here. So currently on my profile, I haven't done any submissions. So once we start doing the submissions, you should find here the submissions you've made. And you should see your name appear here on the leaderboard. You can see on the leaderboard, we have the rank, the team, members in the team, the score, the number of entries they've made, the time in terms of, say, hours or days when the last submission was made. And you can join a team here as well. Like you see, this team here has requested for teammates. Yeah. And you see the details of what I was trying to explain. We'll just put some brief narration of their current status and the kind of people they are looking to work with. So for this specific case, they are saying, ideally, they would love to work with people who don't want to commit too much time to their competition, perhaps a weekend. Yeah. So if you want to join, say, this team, you can contact the team lead. That is, if this meets your interests. Yeah. What else? I mentioned about the public and the private leaderboards. So currently the private leaderboard does not have any rankings. So this will be populated after the datathon is closed. After the datathon comes to an end, then you'll find the private leaderboard rankings updated. So currently we can only see the public one. What else? Yeah, and I guess that's it. Not unless we have someone online with a question, I would be happy to respond to that. Diana, do we have anybody with a question? You can raise your hand, you can type on chat.
Yes, yes. Okay, well, one.
Yeah, but then also I can just type on chat how you can reach me. You can reach me via email. If you have any challenge with regards to navigating on Cargo, yeah, so that's my email. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions with regard to navigating to Cargo, creation of teams. Yeah, I'll be happy to assist. Over to you, Diana, online. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I think for those so far, I think there are 3 teams online based on the people who said they don't have teams. So there's one team that only has 2 people. So if more people say they still want to be part of teams, I think we can continue placing them in teams as we continue.
Okay.
How are you? It's going really. Yeah. Thank you so much for making this possible. Yeah, really grateful. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I heard this of cybersecurity. Some my interest, but yeah, I don't think not so my interest. So I don't know. Yeah. And a lot of points. Yeah, too. But yeah, really, thank you for arranging this. But yeah, I did. Yeah. I was like really sleeping on Friday. Oh, so cute. Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we can connect some of the time that we have with Patricia.
Yeah, so then I see a couple of questions, people asking stuff to do with teams. I see a question on.
I want to create a sheet.
Yes, please carry on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, Brian. I'm creating a sheet with the names and emails, because I realized on the team you can't DM someone, and on Microsoft Teams you can't DM someone. So let me create a spreadsheet where I can put in the names of the different teams, and then they can put in the emails so that they link up.
Yeah, thanks, Diana. So Diana is gonna do what she just mentioned, and feel free to input your names. Yeah, and then I guess we should be good to go once we are done with that. And the guys also in the physical attendance, perhaps we can also do the same here. We'll coordinate that, Diana. I see a question from Paminda asking maximum members in a team. So the maximum number of members in a team is 4. And at least we should have 2 of the members as people who identify as women. So in short, we should have 2 ladies and 2 gents. So Diana has shared some documents for the guys online. Feel free to click onto that link and populate it. Yeah, so I see a question on the skill level from Paminda. So she asked people who are new in coding, is it advisable? Yeah, it is advisable. This is an exercise that is open to everyone, regardless of your skill level. Yeah, so and we will be having sessions, hands-on sessions in the forthcoming workshops that will prepare you to get to a level whereby at least you have a basic understanding of what is expected, how to do some basic code, creating your first model, and that should now set you to fly now. The other one is kindly send the link again. Diana, are you able to share that link?
Yeah, let me share.
Yeah, so Fahima, that's being done shortly. Yeah, so the link has been reshared. Feel free to use it. Interested in a team meeting weekends and evenings. So, Naomi, this is not very clear to me. You interested in forming a team with people who are interested in a team meeting?
Weekends and evenings. Like she wants people who are available on the weekends and the evenings. Joining a team.
Okay. Yeah, so for attention, please, for the participants here. For the physical participants,
All right. All right, attention everyone. So has everyone gotten a team? Yeah, by show of hands, everyone has a team? Yeah, so have a minimum of 1, maximum of 4. So we'll be sharing a link for the people who had registered. We'll be sharing a link with you on email. And then from there, you can mention the teams you are with. So we'll have maybe team 1, mention your name, your email address, as well as your phone number. And then you can form a group with your team members. Then you can have it either on, either on Kaggle, can share the communication on Teams or even on WhatsApp. And then network with your team, get to work together, get to know how to make this a success. So I believe Team Kenya can manage to get the award this year, right? It's possible, very, very possible. All right. So let me introduce myself again. My name is Stephanie Kingori. I'm a lead product owner. So I lead development teams in web, SharePoint, and data, currently at Kenya Airways. So if you'd like to join our team, I'm open for that. You can reach out to me and I'll be great to have you join. So for the next, yes. So for the next steps, I'm so sure you've learned quite a lot, especially from the keynote speaker. We had Lydia with us. So she shared 4 things that we need to do, actually 5 on a hackathon. Maybe I can have one person say one thing. Anyone? So we had one item. What do you need when you're doing your hackathon? One is an idea, right? And then after an idea, what do you need to do? Build a team, right? After building a team, you hack. After hacking, you share. After sharing, move forward. So for today's session, you have managed to have the idea. And what is the idea? To come up with a model, predict a model that helps with identifying the patterns in an individual's mind as well as ADHD diagnosis. And then what have we done now? We have formed a team. So I believe everyone here with us physically, as well as the people on call, you have a team with you. So what's the next step? We are required to do the datathon. So we've had our team, Samuel and Brian, take us through the Datathon challenge. You're already conversant with the Kaggle platform. And if you need any assistance on that, you can reach out to us and we'll manage to assist on the same. So we have the workshop materials being provided on the Datathon Hub. So just make sure that you log in onto that platform and you can get all the materials that you need. I believe we have experts on here as well as beginners. So don't be intimidated by anything. Everyone is a winner. So I'm so sure at the end of this challenge, you'll be the best of yourself. And then we have our community on LinkedIn, Women in Data Science. Yes, we start the name women, but even if you're a guy, you can still join. We do not discriminate. So we have LinkedIn, can join us, women, follow us, Women in Data Science. And then we also have the community on WhatsApp. As we're sharing the materials on email, we'll also share the link to the WhatsApp so that you can join our WhatsApp community. And then for the upcoming session, we have one happening on 14th of February. No, it's Lovers Day, but you can still create times, just 2 hours. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, neza patana around 4:30, right? Right? Yeah. So we will have a brilliant speaker coming up, Dr. Amboi, who's a specialty in the health field, and she'll be taking us through the whole bit of the mind, how it goes about coming up with decisions. Should make sure you attend that particular session. Then we have our technical talk being led by Lillian, who will be taking us through the whole technical bit and how to be an expert in your field in gathering data, as well as explaining that data. And then we'll also be having a brainstorming session on that particular day. If you have any issues with your challenge, we'll be there to assist. So do you have any questions? Anything? Anything? For the people on call? So there's one person who has asked a question that does Friday session have to be in person or will it also be online? So we have limited seating here at Microsoft. So we offer seating for around 60 people. And if you don't manage to get to the 60, that's how you end up being online. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, so we'll share the link to the group, or rather the Excel file, where you can have your information so you can reach out to your team members and let's make this thing a success. Thank you everyone for joining. It was lovely seeing every one of you here. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Great, thank you.
Shakespeare one more time, guys. And she has opportunities at Kenya Airways. Doesn't want to bring work. Airways, let's go. Okay, so if we don't take a picture of this, it didn't happen. So we will all just go out there, take a picture, and share with the people online to act as an evidence. So guys, yeah, thank you very much for joining us online. It's been wonderful, great. Let's come to the next session. It's going to be wonderful. We are going to have a keynote. We are going to have a keynote to dive deeper into, we will have a subject matter expert in AI for healthcare, particularly brain health, and they will let us know all things AI for healthcare, and then we will have a hands-on session. You don't want to miss all those sessions, guys. Please come for them, right? Thank you very much. And yeah, let's go do a picture. Bye, Diana, and all your people online. You are muted in case you're talking.
Okay, so please share the WhatsApp link here before you guys disappear.
Okay, we are sharing that right now.
And then we can meet